Unbelievable truth. 9 mistakes you're probably making when eating onions. Today, we're going to explore one of the most delicious, easily accessible, and globally loved vegetables, onions. Some people absolutely love onions, while others can't stand their flavor. Although onions are packed with nutrients, did you know that you might be eating them in a way that's not good for your health? Mistakes in how you prepare and eat onions can cause you to miss out on their full health benefits. Don't worry, in today's video, we'll dive into the 9 most common mistakes that many people make when preparing or eating onions, and more importantly, how to avoid these mistakes so you can fully take advantage of the benefits onions have to offer. Preparing and eating onions the right way can make a big difference, not only for your health, but also for how much you enjoy them. If you're eating them the wrong way, you might miss out on important nutrients, or even make your health worse. Stay with me until the end of this video to make sure you're getting all the nutrients from onions without harming your health. Common mistakes when eating onions and how to avoid them. Mistake 1. Assuming all onions are the same. A common mistake when eating onions is assuming that all types of onions have the same taste and use. In fact, each type of onion has its own unique characteristics, and choosing the right one can enhance your dish. Yellow onions, with their strong and balanced flavor, are the most common and are perfect for cooking, especially for stews, stir-fries, or roasting. White onions have a milder, more herbaceous flavor, making them ideal for fresh dishes like salads or Mexican food. Red onions, also known as purple onions, have a sharp, peppery taste that works well in sandwiches, salads, or dishes requiring a fresher bite. Sweet onions, such as Vidalia, offer a more delicate and mild flavor, suited for dishes that need a subtle onion note, like light roasted dishes or Western-style meals. Mistake 2. Ineffective peeling technique. Peeling onions can be an unpleasant task, and many people make mistakes, making the process inefficient and time-consuming. Many people peel onions incorrectly, wasting good layers and causing them to cry more due to the release of irritating compounds. The trick to peeling onions effectively is to start by cutting off the root end, as this is where most of the tear-causing compounds are concentrated. Next, cut off the top and peel the skin from top to bottom, following the layers. If you want to save time, you can run hot water over the onion or microwave it for 15 seconds. The heat will loosen the skin, making it easier to peel and helping you avoid tears. Mistake 3. Storing onions incorrectly. A common mistake when storing onions is not placing them in the proper environment. Many people simply toss onions into any corner of the kitchen without considering the best storage conditions. Onions are very particular about their environment, and improper storage can reduce their quality and nutritional value. Onions should be stored in a cool, dry, dark, and well-ventilated place. The biggest mistake is leaving onions in the plastic bag from the supermarket, as it traps moisture and promotes bacteria growth, causing the onions to spoil quickly. Furthermore, storing onions in the refrigerator, where cold and humidity combine, will make them soft and mushy, losing their freshness. The key is that onions need to breathe and should not be exposed to moisture. Another mistake is storing leftover onions uncovered in the fridge. The strong onion flavor can transfer to other foods like milk, butter, and cheese, contaminating their taste. Therefore, make sure to store onions in an airtight container, separated from other foods, to preserve their flavor and quality. Mistake 4. Not soaking raw onions before use. One of the reasons raw onions have a sharp and intense flavor is due to the sulfur compounds they contain. However, soaking raw onions in cold water for about 15 minutes before using them can reduce their pungency and make them easier to digest. Specifically, soaking raw onions helps minimize the risk of heartburn or bloating after eating, as the volatile compounds in the onion are softened. Restaurants often use this method to create dishes with milder, less spicy onions that are easier to eat. Therefore, when preparing dishes that use raw onions, like salads or cold dishes, soaking them in cold water will give them a gentler flavor and make them easier on the digestive system. Mistake 5. Throwing away sprouted onions. When you see an onion sprouting, many people's first instinct is to throw it away, thinking it's no longer good. However, the truth is that the onion is still usable. While sprouted onions may be less crunchy and have a more bitter taste due to the sprout consuming some of the onion's sugars, they are still perfectly safe to eat. You just need to cut off the sprout and any affected inner layers, and you can still use the rest of the onion. If you prefer, you can even plant the sprouted part and grow new onions. This not only helps reduce food waste, but also allows you to make the most of what the onion has to offer. Mistake 6. Using old or moldy onions. When storing onions, signs of spoilage aren't always obvious, but they are very important. If an onion has become soft, mushy, or has an off smell, it's a clear sign that the onion has gone bad and should be discarded. Light mold spots might only be on the surface, but don't let that fool you. You can sometimes remove the outer layer, but if the onion has visible rot, dark spots, slime, or excessive wrinkling, it's best to throw it away. To be sure, if you're in doubt, try tasting a small piece. Your tongue will immediately tell you if something is wrong. Using old or moldy onions not only affects the flavor of your dish, but could also pose health risks, especially if you ingest bacteria or toxins from mold. Mistake 7. Caramelizing onions too quickly. When caramelizing onions, you need to be patient and allow them time to develop their flavor naturally. Caramelizing onions too quickly can result in a dish that lacks the sweet, smoky, and charred flavor you're aiming for. The key is to start cooking onions on low heat and gradually increase the temperature. If the heat is turned up too quickly, the onions may burn before they have a chance to caramelize, losing both flavor and color. Remember, this process takes time and shouldn't be rushed, just like making a delicious homemade pasta sauce. Adding a pinch of salt during cooking will help draw out moisture, facilitating optimal caramelization. By doing this, you'll achieve onions with a beautiful color, sweet flavor, and crispy texture, perfect for enhancing your dish. Mistake 8. Overlooking onion allergies. Although onion allergies are not as common as other food allergies, they can lead to serious issues for sensitive individuals. An onion allergy can cause symptoms ranging from mild to severe, including rashes, itching, swelling in the mouth and throat, and even difficulty breathing. In extreme cases, it can lead to an acute allergic reaction known as anaphylaxis, which can be life-threatening and requires immediate medical intervention. Some people may also experience digestive issues such as nausea, diarrhea, or stomach cramps. If you notice these symptoms after eating onions, it's important to consult with a doctor to determine whether you have an onion allergy. Early identification and avoiding allergic foods is crucial for protecting your health. Mistake 9. Letting onions make you cry unnecessarily. Tears when cutting onions don't have to be inevitable. They are simply a reaction to sulfur compounds, mainly synpropanethyl S oxide, released when you cut onions. These compounds evaporate and come into contact with your eyes, causing irritation and triggering tears. However, there are some simple and effective ways to minimize this reaction. First, you can chill the onion in the refrigerator for 15 to 20 minutes before cutting it. The low temperature slows down the release of sulfur compounds. Second, using a sharp knife will help you cut the onion quickly, reducing the cell breakdown and minimizing the amount of sulfur released. Another tip is to cut the onion under running water. The water will dissolve and wash away the sulfur compounds, preventing them from reaching your eyes. If you want a more extreme solution, you can also work near an open flame, as the flame will burn off the irritating compounds before they have a chance to spread in the air. With these methods, you'll significantly reduce the discomfort of cutting onions while still enjoying all the benefits of this powerful food. Now that you know about these common mistakes in onion preparation and how to avoid them, you can easily improve your cooking experience. These mistakes are easy to avoid, and by doing so, you'll not only prevent unnecessary issues, but also optimize the health benefits that onions offer. So, next time you prepare onions, Remember these tips for the best experience. Have you ever made any of these mistakes when preparing or eating onions? Do you have any creative tips for eating onions? Share your experiences in the comments. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to type yes below. Wishing you a wonderful and healthy day.